Well, some energy customers in the Tampa Bay area are calling on Tampa Electric to stop the rate hikes. They were joined today by a national environmental group, the Sierra Club, which is pressing TECO to use more sustainable energy sources. Fox 13's Kylie Jones joining us now live with the details. And Kylie, this comes after another recent rate hike by TECO.
Yeah, Chris, and a lot of TECO customers I talked to tonight say these recent rate hikes are threatening their livelihoods, and now they're just worried about the future and whether their energy bills are just going to keep going up. A growing pushback as the cost of energy becomes more dire for some families. Among the biggest of their concerns, Tampa Electric customers are calling on the company to put an end to energy rate hikes.
That little 1% or whatever it is that they have just raised their profits. Well, you know what, that's people's life.
On Wednesday, TECO customers worked with the Sierra Club, a grassroots organization, to renew their years-long work to create a voice for customers around Florida.
It's bad enough that people have a hard time just paying rent. They're trying to find a place to live. People, in many instances, are losing their homes because of this rate hike.
TECO's most recent rate hike came this spring.
Someone's trying to pay their bill at the end of the month. I mean, if the electric bill is doubled, now that's their food money.
Leaders with the group call the company a monopoly, also pointing to a need for more sustainable energy resources.
We can ill afford to continue in this pathway. We've got to do something that's going to change this. We've got to make sure that people are healthy. We've got to make sure that people are economically stable. And in order to do that, we have to come to some sort of middle ground understanding of what works for the people.
In response, TECO shared a statement saying, quote, by the end of 2025, Tampa Electric will have more than 1,600 megawatts of solar, which will be able to serve 260,000 homes. When those projects are complete, Tampa Electric will have about 17% of its energy generated from the sun, the highest percentage of solar generation of any utility in the state. And TECO attributed that most recent rate hike this spring from two things: recent storm costs and the price of natural gas. Chris.
Kylie Jones live for us tonight with the latest on the rate hikes and customers' reaction to it. Thank you, Kylie.
More than a dozen community leaders listened attentively to a report from Emera CEO Scott Balfour, who is now heading the company that bought out TECO in 2016. He answered questions submitted by the local Sierra Club chapter and promised more renewable energy in Tampa by the end of next year.
The generating capacity in Tampa Electric will be approximately 22% renewable solar, with almost 1,250 megawatts of solar in service by then.
Emera's recent sustainability report boasted a nearly 70% reduction in coal generation since 2005, but with recent hurricanes and an increased cost of fuel, Emera has been passing rate hikes on to consumers, even as their CEO raked in $8 million in the last year, with at least 5 other top executives each bringing in more than $1 million per year. East Tampa CRA member Noreen Copeland-Miller says recent rate hikes are also burning through the bank accounts of TECO customers who saw rate hikes of nearly 10% last month.
My bill went up, and I'm able to pay it, but a lot of people are not able to, and it's a lot of low income folks that do not have that budget. They on a fixed income, so when their bills go up, I'm sure a lot of them are going to be without power because TECO has not presented any assistance programs where they can really help residents.
Walter Smith II leads the Beyond Coal campaign for the Sierra Club. He's also a programmer on WMNF. Smith says transparency is a major concern, and his team of community members is coming up with a plan to pivot with resolutions to take action.
Resolutions of how they're going to act, what they're going to do, how we can resolve this issue of the energy burden that people are suffering, how we're going to resolve the issue of the health issues and disparities that exist, how we're going to make certain that we are moving towards a 100% clean energy future, so that these little children have an opportunity to live in a world where their little lungs aren't burning.
One of those resolutions included creating a solar-powered microgrid to create resiliency during natural disasters and also to make electricity affordable while putting power back in the hands of the people. For WMNF News, I'm Josh Holton in Tampa.